So as we jump into this video newsletter, sadly once again, it's mainly me. You don't get the beauty of Janina and the cuteness of Faith, due to the fact that keeping Faith in this box quietly for more than 10 seconds is near impossible. We have created an absolute wiggle bot, so it'll be mainly me. But before we jump into all of the things happening around the mission and what God's up to, why don't we start with a little update about what's happening with the Garretts.
Faithy, okay. What's in Mommy's tummy? Baby. Oh, thank you for kissing the baby. Oh, very nice. Faithy, how big is the baby?
No.
How big is the baby? Small, I think. Yes, we're pregnant. Baby number 2 is coming the end of August, and I'm 14 weeks pregnant at the moment. And thankfully, I have not had any morning sickness, and I'm doing good.
Happy days. Garrett baby number 2 on the way very soon. Yes, we are pregnant, so bring it on. We can't wait to have another baby. It's definitely gonna get a bit wild, but bring it on. So we kicked off 2022 pretty quiet around the mission center. Quiet in terms of not too many people. We've sent out a lot of staff and all of our students to the mission field. They couldn't go abroad because of the pandemic, so they stuck around in the UK. A big portion of them went to Derby. The others went down south to my home and ministered down there for a little while. But even though the mission center was quiet in terms of few people, there was lots going on. We had outreaches locally, door-to-door outreaches. We have started re-engaging with our prayer room once again. We've been having input for the staff. There's plenty happening. So sending the DTS, the Discipleship Training School down south, was such a privilege. I love the nations. I will never not want to be in the Philippines. I'll never not want to be in New Zealand or Czech Republic or places where we gave so much of ourselves and fell in love with the nations because we started to feel God's heart for the nations. How can we let go of that? But the same has happened in Scotland. I adore this place. I love the people and I want to see them encounter Jesus. But there's always been a part of me that just longs to bless the South, bless where I come from. So it was an incredible honor to send a discipleship training school down south to minister through Vine Evangelical Church. And from all reports I'm hearing, hopefully, let me know if there was an issue, but I believe everything went incredibly. We had people on the streets getting saved. We had people getting prayed for, young people getting prayed for, young people getting to have conversations about Jesus, prayer and serving. So it was an incredible honor to send those guys down south. A group of radical young people who are fairly fresh in their journey with Jesus, but longing to learn, longing to grow, and longing to step out of their comfort zone. But meanwhile, back up in Scotland, one of the things we did was a Valentines Day Outreach. We all gave a bit of money, created these beautiful little packs with chocolates, sweets, something called the Father's Love Letter, and little notes. And we went door to door in our community, posting them through letterboxes, knowing that people need to continually be encountering the love of God. We try in as many ways possible to get the gospel out there in Scotland. The people here are ready to encounter God. There is such depths of hopelessness and difficulty, depression, suicide, alcohol, drugs in this nation. Man, they need the freedom that comes with encountering Jesus and what he says about them. So Valentine's was incredible to go door to door and have these encounters once again. We look forward to the many more that are going to happen this year in many different ways. Out on the street, in people's homes, in the supermarket, wherever it might be, on the mountain, we look forward to these encounters. We've also really felt strongly as a mission to start jumping into worship in greater depths and prayer in greater depths. So we've re-engaged with our prayer room. We've never stopped praying, but we've felt to level up our prayer and our intentionality as a mission. So we've got these 3 times a week on top of our normal rhythms that we're opening the prayer room, where the goal is to sign up, head into the prayer room, seek God, worship, and pray whatever He's putting on your heart. So that's been a lot of fun to see what God is speaking, what God is stirring in people's hearts, and believing that fruit is already coming from that. But we want to be a mission that goes radically, whilst all of that comes from a place of prayer and worship and intimacy with God. Because if we're reaching our community and not starting out with worship, prayer, loving God, then it'll all be for nothing. So looking forward to seeing how that ministry is going to continue to grow. And finally, you may have seen I've popped out a fundraiser video for our roof. And now we have a big old building that serves a whole lot of purposes. We run multiple schools throughout a year. We host multiple outreach teams, multiple individuals seeking refreshing and counseling, trainees, staff, missionaries passing through, missionaries who are burnt out, missionaries from the frontiers. We host all sorts of people in our building, send out all sorts of people from our building, and release all sorts of ministry from our building. It's such a blessing to us. We've got 1/3 of the roof done, and we're looking to complete the rest. So if you'd like to know more about that, then click on the fundraising video. If you'd like to give, fantastic. If you'd like to send it to somebody you know who would like to give, that would be great as well. We live on the west coast of Scotland, so let me tell you, a roof is very important. As always, thank you everyone for your prayer, for your support, for even just checking in with us. We really appreciate you. You are a huge blessing to us. For those of you who are down south, the 22nd of March this month, we'll be heading down south. We'll be leaving on the 4th of April. So we're there for a good amount of time. On the 3rd of April, we'll be hosting a lunch at the church. Please come by. Please let us know if you want to go. We'd love to chat a bit more and update you a bit more depth about what God is doing up north. Looking forward to seeing those of you who are UK based. For those of you who are further abroad, God bless you, and once again, thank you for partnering with us.